like to remind all of our listeners that the opinions of individual shows or DJs do not necessarily reflect those of NBR Radio. Please keep in mind this is entertainment and intended for the listener with a sense of humor.
Portions of this program may not be suitable for those under the age of 18. Parental guidance is suggested.
The Beer30 Show with Danny&Joel, sponsored by Tee It Up for the Troops. Divots can be replaced, freedom cannot.
Beer30 is when you walk into a bar or a VFW, and in that 30 seconds, you can already tell.
That guy right there is drunk, that guy's an idiot, and that guy down there knows it all.
There are programs out there beyond the VA.
Many non-profit organizations. The Beer30 Show.
It's the Beer30 Show. Made by veterans.
For veterans.
Welcome back to the Beer30. Happy Monday, everybody. This is Jeremy sitting in for the famous Danny with Joel.
Yes, and so far, I mean, it's things aren't going too bad. I'm slipping up a couple of things, but other than that, things are going okay. It's going a little bit better than I thought it would. Let me tell you. Well, we're very lucky because on the line, our special guest today is Mike from the Hero Movement, and he is here to tell us all about this great organization. And I'm just going to be honest with you, Mike, and this is one thing that I tell everybody. Mm-hmm. One of the reasons why me and Danny are so successful on the show is because me and Danny don't really talk during the week, so that when we get on here, we're able to, talk and, start that chemistry, kind of like what me and Jeremy are doing today. But one thing that I wanted to ask you is tell us a little bit about the Heroes Movement, because I don't even know what it is. And that's one of the benefits. That's how we benefit in this show. Is I don't read anything about it. Our producer, she investigates you guys. She makes sure that you guys are a good nonprofit, because we weed the good from the bad, and then we bring you on. And then I don't play dumb. I literally don't have any clue what you guys are about. So that opens up the doorway for you to not only to promote yourself, to help other veterans, but hey, there might be a business out there that's thinking to themselves, wow, I really want to give to a nonprofit, but I don't want to be, I don't want to get had like the people did for nonprofits like Wounded Warrior Project. So that's the reason why we brought you up. And yeah, I'll probably get in trouble for saying that, but I just did. So without further ado, Jeremy, I will go ahead and let you answer the first question, and then I'll follow
Okay.
you.
Well, I'll answer it. Mike can question it.
All right.
Hey, Mike, since a lot of us have not heard of this and we are new to it, can you give us a little bit of background about yourself and the organization you represent?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank you guys, first of all, for having me on. You haven't heard of us because we just got started just last year. A little background, I was Navy, got out, and then after I finished the Navy, I became a personal trainer and strength coach, and a couple of my friends and I last year were talking about, hey, we want to get back to some vets and everything like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of thinking, I did my time and everything like that, but, I was like, yeah, what do you got in mind? And they're like, well, let's go down and the VA and go volunteer time. I'm like, okay, but what exactly are we going to be doing? So I was like, I just went down to the VA on my own, went down to the physical therapy department, and was looking around and seeing what these guys do, because this is what I do for a job. I know I'm good at it. A great segue from physical therapy, the training I do. So was down there and, trying to see if they would, give me referrals. And they're like, no, you can't get preferential treatment even though you're a vet. I'm like, well, how do I get that? And I'm like, well, I got to get a government contract, this, that, the other, all this red tape. I'm like, okay. So they put me in touch with someone else, one of the PR guys from the VA, and he was like, look, man, it's difficult getting this contract. You're better off like going to American Legion, VFW, DAV, and trying to get guys that way. So then I reached out to the American Legion and talked to a guy named Mike McKay, who has Soldier Wear. It's a veteran-owned clothing business. I told him to give him a plug. And then he started bringing in some guys from American Legion and built a relationship with the American Legion. And, you know, I was training guys for free. And then someone was like, hey, man, you're doing this for free. Might as well start a nonprofit. And I go, what's that? And I had no idea what a nonprofit was and how that stuff worked. So then basically just went through all the steps of the nonprofit. And so our goal, our first goal when it first started was to take veterans from physical therapy to just getting strong again. Because after physical therapy, like I said before, they just give them some exercises, send them on their way. These guys don't know how to do the stuff. They're not supervised. And then they re-injure, and then they go back to physical therapy again. It's like this endless loop. So that's the first. Well, that was the first reason why we got going. And then the second is when we really started doing our research about working out and how its positive effects on TBI and PTSD. We started looking at our program and see if we followed the guidelines for training someone with TBI and PTSD, and everything was right in line with what we were already doing. So I was like, well, we're a great segue from physical therapy, and we're taking all the considerations of TBI and PTSD into account for. So I was like, well, let's just get this going on a bigger scale, and that's what we've been working to do, is just try to help as many vets as we can. We don't have an age limit. Right now in the program we got OIF, OEF guys. We got a World War II vet that trained with me. He's 91. He was in World War II and the Korean War. So that's our range, and we're growing. We just started growing. We're just working on all the funding. Hopefully we're getting our first grant at the end of the month. And with the business, with training, like I got training all day long. Now it's like I'm learning how to write grants. I don't know. So if any of you guys know a grant writer, send them my way, please. So that's kind of where we're at. Just what we do, why we do it. And then we're nationwide actually too. So any other gym that's following the program, I've got mentors and across the country that are gym owners, and a lot of people follow the same programs. Like, so if someone reaches out to me or I reach out to them and I find out what they're doing, if they're doing the same thing we're doing, we partner with them across the country. If they give us a discount, we flip the bill. So the gyms can say, hey, you know what, we're partnered with Heroes Movement. Veterans train for free with us, and then we flip the bill for them. So that's what we do in a nutshell.
Okay, so you guys are kind of like, if you heard of it, Catch a Lift Foundation.
Yep, Catch a Lift. Catch a Lift sponsors gym memberships. What we want, and I didn't make the details before. So Catch a Lift does gym memberships. We do group training. This is supervised stuff. You're you're with groups of other vets or just general population if they don't have a specific veteran group. But everything's walked through. You're in a small group training situation, so you're being watched and all that good stuff. And there's another thing called a functional movement screen. We do this movement screen testing, and it kind of gives us a baseline of movement so we can track progress from a movement standpoint. And then also, if we have any guys, right now we have a relationship with the West LA VA where one of the recreational therapists is shuttling down 6 combat guys on Tuesdays and Thursdays and 6 women on Wednesdays and Fridays. And then we have a 1-question questionnaire. How do you feel before the workout? How do you feel after? So it's more supervised than just, here's a gym membership, go do your thing. Like we're looking after you every day and during the sessions.
So kind of in a nutshell, you guys are almost like CrossFit.
No. We're
like trainers, that's what I meant. I mean, I know CrossFit is like a method of how you train, but basically it's like having a PT group with your squad, except you're out of the military. You're in a group, right? Or
yeah,
okay.
Exactly. But I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, CrossFit's a method, but I mean, we're not on that method date. Yeah, it's just it's scaled back a little bit. It's more not as intense because a lot of stuff with if you're looking for, some of the guidelines of TBI and PTSD, that type of intensity just doesn't work, and the competitive environment can't be competitive, and you got to have mastery of movement. So throwing something too technical at someone, they get them frustrated. We're just trying to keep everything as simple as possible. And we also do a lot of breathing work in the beginning. So, yeah.
So if I have a group of my buddies, Air Force buddies that wanted to get in shape and improve our physical well-being, how would we, is there a way for us to contact you guys to set something up?
Well, what state? I mean, basically, I would have to do is find a gym in your area that's following what we think is the right way to train. Okay. It's not that we're better, but I mean, we just know that if we are following the same program that we are, then we know you're being taken care of, and then we don't have to train somebody. So that's what makes it easy, is we don't have to, train a gym owner. If they're already following the systems that we employ, then we know that you're doing the right thing. So, and then we feel confident that you're going to take care of those guys. So, all I would need to know is what area you're in, and I can look up gyms in the area, and I can reach out to a gym for a partnership.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that is perfect. And what I was going to ask you is what a lot of listeners would want me to ask, and that is a lot of these non-profits that we talk to. There's always like guidelines, like they have to have a Paralympic disability, or they have to have a rating through the VA, or it has to be in a certain state. It can't be nationally. I think you kind of answered that question with the whole, is it locally or nationally? Is there, and maybe I missed it, Jeremy, I don't know, but is there a classification, how you are, can anybody join, or do you guys have guidelines?
Any veteran.
Any veteran. Okay, so even if a veteran, because we all know this, there are veterans out there that they haven't filled out the stuff to do the VA because either, number one, they don't want to deal with how bad the VA is, or number two, let's face it, there's just some veterans that no matter how bad their symptoms are, no, I'm good. I don't have PTSD. I'm good. I don't have TBI, or I don't want to go to the doctor. So all they have to do is show their DD-214 to you, and they're in
driver's
like Flynn.
DD-14. Yep, that's it. You do not have to be enrolled in the VA system.
Awesome. You know what? For that, I'm going to give the Chris awesome soundboard there. I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but if you hear the podcast, you'll hear. I got this new soundboard, Jeremy, and it's a lot funner when I'm not doing 3 or 4 different things at the same time. But it's really fun, I got girl screams and different things here that I can kick on. So, well, you basically told us that there was no classification. You basically told us, that any veteran can sign up and that it doesn't cost anything. Before we let you go, because we're running out of time, unfortunately. Before we let you go, was there anything that you would like to give remarks about your organization before we let you go? Your website, how people can donate. This is the time to sell yourself.
Well, there you go. Well, hopefully I came across, told everyone why we're doing it, but then and I hope everyone's on board with what we're doing and how we're doing it. And that's why I let everyone know they can donate to our page, theheroesmovement.org. Hit the PayPal button. Every little bit helps. Like I said, we're just getting started out. We haven't got our first grant, and we're going to hopefully get that this month from the American Legion. And it's no one wants to be your first grant, and no one wants to be your biggest donor. So hopefully, once the grant comes through, we'll have a bunch of cash flowing through, but we could always use the donations to help us get started too. So that's my pitch.
Awesome, really, totally awesome. I got nothing unless you got something, Jeremy. Mike, we really appreciate you coming on. We really do.
Absolutely, and you guys both, when we get off here or whatever, let me know what city you guys are living in, and I'll see if there's a partnership out there and make stuff happen.
I like
awesome,
that
Mike.
I like that idea.
Cool.
So, Jeremy, you got anything?
No, I appreciate you taking the time to speak with us, Mike. I'm very interested to hear more about your program.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate the opportunity. We really do.
All right, thanks, Mike. We'll talk to you in the near future, my friend.
Sounds good. Be sure to email me.
All right, have a good one.
All right, man. Thanks to you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, bye-bye. Yep.
All right, so that was Mike. I can't pronounce last names, you know that, Jeremy.
Okay.
But that was Mike from the Hero Movement. Sounds like a great organization. Sounds like a great group. I'm telling you, once again, veterans, if you're listening to this and you're sitting on your couch drinking beer, gaining weight, getting depressed, there are so many programs out there. Me and Jeremy.
Oh, that's an awesome right there. I mean, and the fact that I'm glad you brought it up. Any veteran, you don't have to have a specific injury. Any veteran can participate in this program.
Yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's like I said, there's so many programs out there to help the veterans. If people don't take advantage of it, if veterans don't take advantage of it, it's clearly on them because
they're out there.
Yeah, they're out there. So, with that being said, everyone,
this is MBR, saluting those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for their country.
Rock and roll!
We'll ride if you wanna rock and roll. It's only rock and roll. Rocking the troops.